Niaje? I'm Jimmi Gathu. These days, maisha imekuwa bold. Everything in life is bold. How we dress, how we walk, how we talk, how we communicate. Angalia KOT social media, mazi hao tu ni bold. How we laugh, huh? How we please. I mean, kama huna kakiru utaambiwa boss hawezi. Technology has become bold as well. You name it, everything is bold. Those careers you thought were not going to be, those ones, ndio hizo. Reminds me of something my friend Phineas showed me at CFAO. Phineas?
As my friend has just said, everything is bold. The vehicles we drive, the lifestyles we have, everything is bold. And today I want to introduce you to something bolder, bolder than life, bolder than everything you know. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Suzuki Baleno. This is Phineas Mwirigi. This is the show I've always told you about, bringing you the finest things that the world has to offer. And today, I bring to you one of the finest vehicles in the hatchback segment by the name Suzuki Baleno. I don't know whether you remember when you grew up in the village. For those of us that grew up in the village, like myself, there are those guys, the boys and the girls that you grew up with that didn't seem to be like they are big deals. They were just so ordinary, not performing very well. And you didn't expect they would become much in life. And then they went to the city, possibly to university, began a business, then blew up, became the biggest people, politicians, became business people. They became big deals. Today's car is like that person. The Suzuki Baleno, previous to this year's manufacture, was an ordinary car. There was nothing much to talk about it. But today, the 2022 Baleno is a big deal, coming with loads of technology. And just come with me as I show you some of these things. Immediately you start noticing these headlights here. Can you see this daytime running light? Very different from what you're seeing in the market today. There are 3 dots instead of the 1 line you see most cars having. All right. So the headlight LED package, the fog lights are also LED. And then you start seeing the Baleno has mixed the language, has brought in the language of chrome finishes. A complete chrome line that runs from that headlight down the grille up to this headlight. The same chrome finish is very visible at the fog lights level. And then you see this lip that is very nicely done, just like you see with German vehicle. Then you have this grille. Can you see this web design here? Looking extremely good. Down the logo here, you start noticing something very unique. There's a camera, meaning this car comes with a 360-degree camera system. You can see everything around you as you drive in front and backwards. So let me tell you what is underneath the bonnet. The vehicle packs a 1500cc naturally aspirated petrol engine. This engine produces 103 horsepower and 138 Newton meters of torque. Mated to the engine is a very nice automatic transmission system that works together with the engine to deliver power seamlessly. You can see a lot of space around it. So this car allows you to work on the engine easily because of the space that is provided for you inside there. Moving on to the side profile of this car. Very important. First thing you notice, the beautiful alloy wheels, 16-inch to be specific. Very nicely done, silver and black mix. The side mirror here, of course, comes with the side mirror winker, and then it has the camera here. Moving on to this door, we have this keyless entry system. You can just press this, the doors unlock. You can also press it, the doors lock. The advantage of buying a zero mileage car is one, the car is tropicalized. Mark that word, tropicalized, meaning it has been made for this market. The ground clearance here is 170 millimeters, 17 centimeters. You'll find this clearance even on some crossover SUVs. So this is extremely good clearance for a hatchback, perfect. At the back here, we have such an amazing design of the brake lights. Very trendy. The brake lights going all the way into the boot door, and again, LED brake lights. All right, now I want us to talk about the boot. So the boot is quite sufficient for your luggage. You can carry a few briefcases to move your family around. All these seats can fold down. When the seats fall, you have this much space. I want us to go inside and have a comprehensive review of what this car is all about. I talked about technology and boldness. You will see it from the inside. Come with me. Inside the Suzuki Baleno. The Suzuki Baleno has been made with so much boldness, so much technology in it. Let me begin with what I'm seeing here, the steering wheel. You can see how well it's finished with a flat bottom here, just like performance vehicles. So that's just a minor touch, but makes a whole lot of difference, having what people driving sports cars have in your steering wheel. Your infotainment controls are here, your cruise control is here, and then your phone call controls are here, picking up the call, hanging up, and voice command buttons. One more thing that is in this car, crazy technology. When I switch on this vehicle, I just press the power button, something pops up at the front. That is the heads-up display unit. Now, this heads-up display unit shows you a lot of information. It will show you which gear you're on. It will show you the kilometers per hour you're driving. It will show you the rev meter. It can show you the fuel consumption, or it can just show you the speed if you don't want a lot of distractions. So heads-up display, critical piece of technology. You just need to look ahead at the road and you'll have everything displayed on that small screen right there. Now here on the right hand side, we happen to have a lot of controls. We have controls for the heads-up display. You can raise the display up or lower it. You can change the menus from the kilometers per liter to the rev meter to the kilometers per hour. Then we have a 360-degree camera button. We have a traction control button, and we have a parking sensor button. So you can control a lot of things just from this right panel here. I will touch on the general finish of this vehicle. Piano black here, piano black on the door holders. We have piano black right behind the AC vents here. A lot of nice premium finish to it. If you look at these climate vents here, can you see? You feel every click, The temperature controls, same. These ones here, the rear, the front, the auto, the off, the AC button, choosing where the air is coming from, the inflow and all that. They are very intentional buttons. You feel them click, which makes you feel like you're in a very expensive vehicle. Moving on to the screen, it's a 9-inch display unit. And this screen has so much functionality. Just look at this. When you switch on the car, that's a 360-degree view. It's showing you around your car, okay? Or you can see that view. Amazing. There's a lot of information that is here. You can see your radio, you can see your date and timing, you can see your Android Auto connectivity here, and then again you can see your fuel consumption on the left. So if you click on that, opens up to a whole screen of fuel consumption information. Your radio settings are here. You can save your favorite stations all the way to number 12 or something. Then you have your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So we will just demonstrate with my phone. We just plug it in and we set up the Android Auto. You can see my music here. In fact, it works even with split screen. All these apps are on my phone. My Apple Music is here. My messages are here. This vehicle allows you to access your Google Maps. For example, I can click on this button and tell it, take me home.
Navigating to home.
Because I've saved my home destination,
Head south
you
on
can
Red
see
Cross Road toward Popo Road.
the vehicle is already giving me instructions on how to go home. You don't need to drive checking your maps, which is a safety risk. Now with the maps here, that increases your safety. Now how about we look at the storage capability of this car? The glove box is right there. As you can see, we have paperwork there, we have the owner's manual and all that. The storage in your glove compartment is excellent. How is the leg room and the headroom from the front seat? You have massive headroom. You have as much leg room as you want. Of course, that one you control yourself. You can move the seat from frontwards to the front or to the back. Suzuki is a very generous manufacturer. You can see it has an armrest that is movable. You can slide it to the front to hold your hands. Now, I would like us to go to the back seat. I'll show you the space at the back seat. And then from there, immediately, without wasting time, I take a drive with this car, tell you how the suspension feels, how the engine performs, and it's a wrap. The seat at the front has been set to my sitting position. So I can sit behind myself and I have this much legroom. This much legroom. That's a very spacious car. The headroom here is massive. The distance from my head to the roof, a lot. It has rear AC. You have a USB cable provision and you have a Type-C charger provision, which is very important for your kids or whoever you'll be carrying at the back here. Now, as I promised you, we take a drive, see how this car drives. Ama namna gani wa Kenya wenzangu? Perfect. Just look at that. The reversing camera shows you everything. Look at that. Actually, let me just demonstrate parking here. You can see the yellow lines. You can see your car fitting in perfectly. Look at that. The front, and you see that's where you stop. Perfect fit in the parking spot. Are you seeing that, my friend? We reverse. The camera shifts from the front to the rear because now it's the rear camera you need. Very nice. Very nice. So here we go. We can actually have that camera on all through as you drive around. The car drives excellently. It's a very comfortable suspension system. There is very minimal road noise coming in. Minimal road noise. Minimal wind noise coming into the car. So the car has that slight premium feel to it, unlike many Japanese cars. It's basically a pleasure to drive. Handles quite well. I'm doing a very sharp turn right here. The car handles pretty well. Okay? You don't feel much of the body roll as you turn your vehicle around. The brakes are excellent. Just look at that. The 360-degree camera again as you turn your steering. The lines turn. These are things you find in German, Mercedes, Volkswagen, BMW vehicles. You're finding it in a Suzuki at a really good budget. Excellent vehicle to drive. I do not have much to say about this car. Come to our showroom, Sifao Motors, opposite Nyayo Stadium on Uhuru Highway. I'll assist you buy one unit or two or three. Fleet clients, you're welcome. I'm open to sell several cars to you. We are open to make your dream for a perfect hatchback a reality for you. The 2022 Suzuki Baleno. My friend Jimmy, umeona hii gari bana. What do you think?
So unaniambia for 2.73 million.
2.73.
Napata gari iko na the same tech na high-end cars.
Exactly.
This car small doo-doo.
Yes.
Heads-up display and all the 360 camera.
360 camera.
Hizo vitu zote ambazo ziko kwa high-end cars napata kwa gari kadogo for 2.73.
For 2.73. Only. There is nothing you can find in this market for that price with this much value. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go value for money. Warranty.
So this car comes with 3 years warranty or 100,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Okay? And then again, we give you the first 3 services labor free. 1,000 is fully free, 10,000 is labor free, 20,000 is labor free. So you start paying for your service in full
service.
from 30,000.
That's like 3 or 4 years.
But yeah, possibly 3 for some people.
Yes, yes.
And you see, that's the whole point of this car. The value we are selling is not just the car, it's the peace of mind. When we tell you for 3 years straight, anything happens to the car, bring it back, we are giving you peace of mind. So we are not just into the business of cars. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chikushi kama Mkenya.
Niulize.
Nataka watu wajue niko na kitu.
Yes.
2.73 million ikiingia hapa Automark.
Yeah.
Siwezi pata Prado. Okay. Siwezi pata gari kubwa.
Unaweza pata.
Gari kubwa.
You can get a crossover SUV ex-Japan.
Ambayo iko na the same
not the same tech. You won't get the same tech. But you'll get an SUV ex-Japan, but it will be 8 years old. 8 years. Why will you drive something that is 8 years old when you have the opportunity to buy something new from the factory to your doorstep? That's like if the same money can buy you new clothes, why go for Mutumba? My friend, I know you don't wear Mutumba. You do new clothes. Why drive Mutumba? These are the cars for you. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure showing you around one of the most market-leading vehicles we have today in the hatchback segment, the 2022 Suzuki Baleno. Tell all your friends about this car. One of the best.
Phineas Mwirigi.